Well, hello and welcome back again to the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much for being here. Whether you're a first timer, long timer, cross watcher, makes no difference. You're more than welcome here every single time, you know that. So, for the first timers, what makes this tarot reading different from other tarot readings? Well, first of all, it's archetypal. I read 8 to 10 cards from 4 different decks, and I do basic archetypal interpretations. Because this is the Tao, I keep it simple, direct, clean, and empowering to you. And keeping those thoughts in mind, I also focus on frequencies, manifesting frequencies. I don't get into predicting. That complicates the issue immensely. And what it ends up doing is moving a lot of people out of the picture. These are manifesting energies. And in fact, we take one manifesting energy with every read. You tap in, tap out to the energy that's up to you. You are in control. I also do something called the hyper shuffle. You'll see that in a moment. And I try to keep the read at about a 10-minute window. Keep it in that little window there. Because you have a life, you have things to do, you're living life. Lots to take care of. And so if I can do every day, which I do, a brand new read every day, 365 days a year, if I can do a quick 10-minute empowering manifesting read for you, I am serving you. And that is the most important thing in all of these readings. So, that being said, pick up the cards we begin with. These are the Oracle cards, the one of 4 decks I mentioned. And let's begin here with the Hyper Shuffle. And there you go. There is the Hyper Shuffle. And we're setting up the Tao Daily Tarot for today. Let's begin with the Manifesting Energy card, the Oracle card, Flexible. Flexible. And you see up here 1 and 9. 1 and 9 equals 10. It's a beginning. And I would have to say, looking at the rest of this year and all of 2022, at least, you're going to have to be flexible. This will really test your mettle. It is 2022, a big, big, big year. It's a critical year. It can be a turning point year. In fact, it will be, as I'm thinking about it, one way or the other. And for you to deal with all that's going to go on in 2022, you're going to have to be flexible. Now, you've spent 2021 preparing yourself, so you are in much better shape to be flexible and to take on what comes at you in 2022. But just a little reminder here, the manifesting energy is flexibility. And then we begin on this side here. I did pick them both up by accident, but let's go with it, huh? First card is the Cups, Page of Cups, right. Page of Cups was the first card. Pages always change the storyline, okay? So what we're looking at is a very, very small gift, but it is indeed a gift of love. And again, I go back to you because you have to begin with you. Your life begins with you. It could be a small offering of love from somebody. It will lead to something more, but it could also be appreciating and understanding how important it is to love yourself. Very easy to say, very difficult to do, because our entire lives were programmed not to love ourselves, because that would be selfish. And to some degree, that certainly can be the case. But real healing love of yourself is what is the big key here and the big item here. You are going to begin to understand that with the Ace of Swords, you get it. It clicks. Intellectually, you emotionally align with yourself. Remember, we were talking about flexibility being needed in 2022. To do that, you have to understand how important it is to love and cherish yourself. And this Ace of Swords says you get it. It hits you. It connects with you. And because of that, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands, of course, wands are always excitement, enthusiasm, right? Charismatic, innovation. And remember, we're talking about being flexible. That's part of what might be called for next year in 2022. Innovation, sort of an innovation. You have to maybe almost recreate yourself. That's what being flexible is all about. But you get it now because you realize that if you are flexible with yourself, if you love yourself, you can do this. That means you're going to have to put down burdens. You're going to have to put down the things that other people have, well, in some cases, dumped on you. Other people have just expected that you were going to pick up the slack. And 2022 will very likely see you going, okay, that's enough. That's your stuff. I respect it, but I'm not going to carry your stuff anymore. I have my stuff to carry. And so I am going to have to learn how to be emotionally, intellectually flexible with myself. And to do that, I have to put down your burdens, the ones that have been placed on me by other people. I didn't ask for them, didn't volunteer. Here we come up to the Empress. This is the first manifesting card. The Empress is all about love. You see that big Venus symbol there. The Empress is all about love, is in fact love itself in many ways. But fertility, abundance, protection, this gives you that little covering. If you can begin to love yourself, and again, small steps at the beginning, but if you can begin to love yourself, see that big Venus sign? You're going to get the power of the Empress. You are going to be able to take care of business. You're going to be able to take care of growing abundance. You will be fertile with ideas, with possibilities. You will see the future opening up to you. Very important card, but you got to get it first, which you will. Once you get the idea that you need to love yourself, and you get this idea, now you are learning to be flexible with yourself. Okay? This is not a black and white kind of situation. It is a multicolored kind of a situation, shades of gray sort of thing. But in the meantime, until you get to that point, it's going to be Five of Cups time. You're going to be feeling like you're missing out. It's not, it's not the same anymore. It's not, it's even, let's say, you leave a job that you don't like, that you haven't liked, that there's no fulfillment in it for you whatsoever. But if you've been doing it long enough, the day that you leave and move to another job, a better job, you still kind of miss the old stuff, even though you know there's nothing there. Well, that's what this person's going through. They're looking at the 3 cups poured out, spilled out in front of him, and there are 2 beautiful cups, full cups behind him that he can access at any time, cross the bridge, go over to the safety of the castle. But right now he's focused on what he's losing. And that's kind of maybe what you're doing right now. You're coming to the realization that you're going to have to be flexible. You're going to have to change. You're going to have to move. And it just doesn't feel right because you're not used to it. Let's go to the vice versa cards. All of them in reverse today, by the way. 3 of Swords, pain, real pain. And what you're having to do is you're having to recognize that pain, to say, yes, I have created, or in my life there has been created, tremendous emotional pain. You have to look at it for what it is, because that's the only way that you're going to walk away from it. So whatever pain, whatever hurt you've experienced, you need to walk away from. Here's the 4 of Cups, leaving all of that negativity behind, walking away from it, saying no, no more. I know I was used to it, and with the being comfortable with it, I have to change. I have to be flexible. That's what it was. It's not this anymore. That emotional pain, that emptiness, no more. I'm moving forward to the future. It's a good card to get too, boy. You get the Knight of Swords, moving straight ahead, moving forward with a message, moving forward with enthusiasm. I mean, take a look at that picture. And there's nothing shy or quiet about it. Doesn't mean that you have to make a lot of noise, but it means that you go with confidence. You go with a surety. You know what you know works for you. And to make it happen, you have to go forward. And so that's what this whole thing is about. The concept of being flexible. 2022 will call you to be extraordinarily flexible. To do that, you love yourself, you understand why you love yourself, and then you bring back the joy to your life again. But it's going to take some effort, and that means that you got to get on your horse and ride forward to the future, knowing that what you know is exactly right for you. Ooh, good read, good read. So there you go. That's the whole idea. Please remember, I want you to thumbs up, like it, and I want you also to subscribe. That means you get the daily feed for the Tao Daily Tarot, and you never miss it because I do a brand new read every day, 365 days a year. So that means I will be doing another tarot read for you tomorrow. Hope you can join me. But if you can't, between now and the next time you and I have a chance to talk tarot together, blessings.